It is said that tough times never last, but tough people will last. I want to rephrase it to say that tough times will never be absent in our world. So if anybody is praying that our world will see peace, we have to pray. That our world will see, very calmness in every sphere of life. I'm talking about in political sphere, in economic sphere. It is good to pray for. But I'd like to remind you with Jesus' statement in John 16:33 that in this world you will have much tribulation, many tribulations, but be of good cheer. Behold, I have overcome the world. The statement brings two important facts to the fore. Number one, it tells us that tough times will never be absent as long as we live on earth. Jesus himself declared that in this world you will have many tribulations. But number two, it tells us that these tribulations and tough times must not and should not overcome us, because we have extra grace to overcome difficult times. There are many people, when they are going through difficult times, they have all kinds of attitudes. Some cry, some wail, some get angry at God, some stop coming to church, some don't pray, and others have all kinds of attitudes because they are going through tough times. But I'd like you to know that the quality of the grace of God upon your life is enough to inundate every challenge that comes your way. I have met people in my work as a psychologist, and several times they have asked me, why do we have the problems we have on earth? I don't have the answers, because I equally struggle with those. But something is clear, something is obvious. And what is that thing? I know that there is something seated inside of me that God placed within me to overcome adversities and difficulties in life. I give you three things that can strengthen your resolve to withstand pressures and to be able to swim against the tides and the difficulties that life presents. Life will present you difficulties always, and I want to draw your attention to three things that can help. Number one, live your life without being shocked too much. Don't be overly shocked with the things that happen around you, because they will happen. Bad news will occur, difficult times will happen, things you don't want to hear will happen. So don't be too surprised and shocked when events happen. Sometimes when some events do happen, we are morally broken. Questions still linger at the back of our minds. We ask ourselves, why did God allow this to happen? But the point is this, that God is still on the throne. Events will still happen. We are not saying that there cannot be divine intervention. No. Divine interventions will continue to flow. But the point is this, when God does not intervene, it doesn't negate that God is still God. God is still God. So one of the first things that helps you to be very tough in the face of adversity is that don't be too shocked at the occurrences of events. See them as part of the human condition. They will happen. People will die. People will lose their jobs. People will go through tough times. People will go through difficult times. See them as very normal things that will happen. Some of them can be very shocking. For example, you met someone, spoke to the person, and the next day the person is dead. Surprising, isn't it? It is. But it has happened. Don't be too shocked. See, when you become overly shocked, you are hypersensitive, and it becomes difficult for you to appreciate how you can organize the resources of God or the grace of God. Organize yourself with all the resources that God has given you to be able to meet the tough times that lie ahead. I hope you got that. Don't be too shocked. Now, the second thing I want to just draw your attention to is that you are not alone. You are not alone. You know, sometimes we risk a chance, or no, we risk being arrogant sometimes in the midst of our troubles. And we tell others what we have gone through, others have not gone through. But hey, that's not true. There are hundreds, maybe thousands, maybe millions of people who are experiencing the very thing you have experienced. And yet, they are quiet. I like you to appreciate that your oversensitivity only serves to just deepen your pains sometimes when we are going through tough times. So you are not alone. That is a principle of universalisation. You are not alone. If you are given a chance to listen to the stories of others, you will be blown apart. And you will realize that you are not alone. The stories of challenges, the stories of hurt, the stories of pain, anguish, trouble continue to ravage societies. People continue to lose loved ones, and they continue to be shocked. So you are not alone. You must just appreciate what God has opened you up to. It could be painful, but you will understand as you move on that sometimes some of these things do happen to bring the best out of our lives. So you are not alone. I'll give you the third principle, and will help you to be tough and resilient in the face of adversity. And that is, you must live in gratitude all the time. Be grateful. Gratitude strengthens your inner being. It builds a wall around you and gives you courage to be able to face the challenges that lie ahead, because you know that you are not alive because you chose to be alive. You are also alive because you believe that there is a higher power that organizes your life and holds you together in the face of storms. Gratitude takes your mind off what you are worried about and focuses you on what God wants you to become. When you become grateful in life, you will subordinate your own challenges and difficulties under the power of God, because you know that He holds your life. If you are a believer as I am, the Bible says in all things give thanks. Be grateful. You haven't yet been grateful. You have complained, you have whined, you have rolled on the floor, you have complained and screamed, but you have not taken your time to thank God. Gratitude takes the scales off your eyes and you see the hand of God beyond the veil. When you become thankful, the scales of your eyes will fall and the grace of God will stay with you. Remember, this world will never ever see the end of adversities and troubles and trials until Christ returns. But I can tell you on authority that tough people, men and women who are grateful, men and women who don't act shocked about things that happen around them, and men and women who are all the time looking forward and being hopeful to see what lies ahead, will surmount the tides of time. And I pray the same for you. Rise above the storms of life and be where God wants you to be. Bless you. I come your way same time and bring you nuggets of wisdom. Shalom and peace to you. Bye-bye.